Making content is easy. Making it properly is harder. After the last vlog, I realized something slightly uncomfortable. I don't want to just upload videos. I want to build something that I'm actually proud of, which means higher standards. Not more hype, not more views, just better. This week, I released a podcast episode with Nadia, and I just wanted to say that even before releasing, it was really nice to hear from people about expectations and kind of excitement that they were looking forward to listening to the episode, the community they can build around themselves, which is something similar, for example, to episode with Talha that I released before. I think it perfectly shows that the number of people that follows you doesn't say the whole picture, if you know what I mean. Still, the reception, feedback, and just what people say about the episode and comment has been really, really nice. So I think it just perfectly shows that impact that Nadia makes, the community around her, and her overall presence. So I think it serves as a great example. So I want to mention that every week, every Thursday, I post on my Substack newsletter with kind of recap of the latest episode, such as some information about the guest and bit of trivia behind the scenes and my thoughts about the episode, such as how did I meet the guest, what went before the recording, during the recording and after, and some of my thoughts, just kind of the recap and trivia about the episode, even to other people, because sometimes we may take it for granted, sometimes we think it's not a big deal, but it's really nice when you appreciate someone's work, say thank you, or just show some support. So once again, I want to say a big thank you to Nadia. Friday morning outside, a bit wet, but lucky that it's not raining now. A bit windy though. Regardless, podcast recording today in the afternoon with Magali. Very excited. If you've seen Magali in your feed, she's always got very funny, authentic and unique content. She's always got funny, unique and authentic content. So very excited for that. I'm sure the episode will be fun, inspiring and full of value. So stay tuned. Hope you have a great Friday today, even when you are watching in the future. And yeah, enjoy. Reason number one why I started the podcast. There are going to be more reasons, and it's not ranked from the biggest reason to the lowest, but kind of how I think about it. So the first reason was simply that I wanted to be creative, because the work, the job that I did before, it was kind of my dream job, but at the same time, I wasn't being creative, such as I wasn't really creating anything or expressing myself, and that's what I was missing. So because of the other reasons, I thought, why not to start a podcast? And this is actually one of the reasons why. Another reason behind why I started the podcast, and this one may sound a bit, I hope not woo or esoteric, but back then I was actually listening to a lot of podcasts. I don't know how I discovered the passion or power of podcasts, such as get some value, entertainment, or just information by listening, by not just watching the videos during the COVID. And I've been very much into it. And as I've been listening a lot, there was like a point where I realized, oh, well, actually, why don't I try to make one? And there was like a moment that I thought, I don't know, I've been listening so much. It's like a sign, why don't I actually try to make one? So, felt maybe a bit of, I don't want to say higher calling because it's going to sound a bit funny, but you know the feeling, and I'm sure that you know what I mean. So that was one of the reasons as well. So another reason behind starting the podcast, and I know this one might sound a bit cheesy or cliche, but was that I simply wanted to positively impact people by speaking with other people and sharing their stories on how they achieved what they did, so that I would inspire other people to pursue their goals and dreams. Another reason that kind of follows up on the previous one is that although I work in a creative industry, and specifically it was in VFX industry, such as visual effects for movies, TV series, and stuff like that. It was my dream job. I loved it, and because I worked with those people, so I knew them, I felt like that I had access to people with great experience, stories, knowledge, etc. And it will be worth to taking advantage of that and to start a podcast to have a chance whether to inspire other people thanks to their stories. Another reason why I started the podcast is simply that I wanted to step out of my comfort zone. I wanted to speak with people that I was interested in. And honestly, speaking with someone that you've never spoken with, getting yourself out there, especially on social media, and being afraid judgment of what people are going to think, and I guess spotlight effect in general, because ultimately, if you don't enjoy it, what's the purpose of doing that in the first place? I did an amazing podcast episode with Václav yesterday. The one thing that stuck with me and that I would like to share, despite his age, he decided in his 40s to fulfill his dream to become a ice hockey goaltender, which obviously is quite a tough sport to play ice hockey, especially as a goaltender, I cannot imagine. But I think it perfectly shows that age is just a number, whether it's to start showing up on LinkedIn, go to gym, or pursue any other hobbies, activities, etc. It is Monday today, and on Mondays I usually feel quite broken. It's from Sundays because jiu-jitsu on Sundays is honestly much harder than the other days, but it is a great feeling that you feel tired the day after that you actually trained well. This is the less polished side of things, behind the scenes that no one really shows, but that's what it is and that's why we love it, isn't it? Sunday morning, gym done, cardio done, excited for jiu-jitsu. And some content creation in the middle. Enjoy. Just about to do cardio, and as you know, I just have to remind you, please subscribe, share it with your friends, enemies, grandma, leave a like to help us with those algorithm gods. So today, finally, after I think 4 days, it's Friday today, it was from Monday, our gym for jiu-jitsu should be reopening because they've been updating mats. Oh my god, I missed it a lot. Not only the training, but people as well. Let's enjoy. Guys, I know that I'm now probably looking a bit funny, but honestly, this silly hairband, like a cheap one from Amazon, was one of the best purchases I've made recently. Whether for jiu-jitsu or for training, makes your life so much easier, because now I'm like in between the phases where hair isn't that long for a ponytail, but it's kind of long to become annoying. So just wanted to give you an update that no one asked for. A bit of behind the scenes from my content creation experience. Yesterday, I was filming another talking head video because on top of podcasts and occasional vlogs, I want to do some shorter videos where I build authority, expertise, and help with some YouTube algorithm as well. Then you somehow record it. You do a few takes so that it sounds natural, authentic and you don't mumble, and it makes sense. So I thought that I was done to find out, firstly, that there was my water bottle in the front corner. Oh my god, such a nice polished frame, and there's this silly bottle. So I had to figure that one out somehow. I want to give a shout out to Seed, who's local SEO expert. We did a collaboration together, and although we didn't really know each other as much, but Seed is someone who's always been supportive to me, not only on LinkedIn, but Instagram as well. And he never needed anything from me. And people often ask if they can do the collaboration, like what it takes to collab together. But there isn't really like any criteria, and I think with Seed it's actually a perfect example. This is actually someone who's just been supportive, showing up, didn't want anything from me. So I reached out to him to do collaboration. We did the carousel together. I think it was very smooth, fun, and easy to do. So I think that's a perfect example. I want to give one more shout out to Sakib, with whom I did a collaboration. It was now our second collaboration, and honestly, whenever we collaborate together, it's just easy, smooth, and quality without any feedback. So shout out to him, high quality designer, LinkedIn master. So people like this makes you enjoy these collabs. Well done. So yesterday I was watching the edit of the second vlog, and the editor has done amazing work. But I just wanted to mention as kind of a reminder that when I watched it, first I had kind of mixed feelings, because I felt like, oh, this could be done this way, this could be done that way, this, that, improve, blah, blah. But it reminds me not to overmanage two people, because of course I've got some kind of idea or vision in my mind, but it's hard for other people obviously to match it, because everyone is different. And I see it the same when someone wants something from me and I'm like, come on, I cannot read your mind. So and give them some kind of creative freedom. And also I think I try to just overthink it, and I just wanted to mention it, that it helps me actually for myself as well, not to be too critical, be kind of more open and trust other people, so that you are easier to work with. It's crazy how the time flies. Today, as I'm recording, it's actually 1st of March, so start of the 3rd month of this year. Just a little check, trying to keep up with my resolution to read the books. Still been listening to audiobooks, got some amazing ones and been enjoying that. But what about you? Do you have any resolutions? Are you someone who starts no matter whether it's New Year or any time during the year, or have you already given up? Let me know, I'm curious. I know this is going to sound super obvious, but when I train after the days off, which yesterday the rest day, I feel so much more energetic, free, fresh, and kind of excited. Which, as I said, I know it's obvious, but as you know, these days, like when you compare to yourself on social media to others, we live in this kind of hustle culture. It's easy to forget to rest and take a time off, and it's not only about the gym, jiu-jitsu, even about social media. So just want to say that as a reminder, don't forget to rest, recover, and take time off, because I need to remind myself. I left a little Easter egg in the previous vlog, which was about this shirt. I don't know if you noticed, or it felt probably a bit random. Yuri Prochaska, who's a UFC fighter, and the reason why I'm kind of proud of it, because I'm from the same country as he is, so it's just a nice Easter egg, and always happy and proud to represent. Make sure to check him out if you don't know him. Question for the audience. What is it that you like to do to switch off, recharge, or just to, for example, when you run out of creativity? It's an interesting one as well. I like exercise, I like gym or jiu-jitsu, but what are some of your favorite ways? Let me know in the comments. Just a regular reminder, as a proper YouTuber, please don't forget to subscribe, like, leave comment, share it with your mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, anyone. We want to help to reach YouTube algorithm gods, so any support is greatly appreciated. Thank you. This vlog felt different, less chaotic, more intentional. And that's not accidental. If I'm going to build something, the standard has to rise. It won't always be perfect, but it should always be better. If you're building something, podcast, brand, anything, don't just ship. Ship with structure. If you're still here, I appreciate you. Let me know what felt better from the last one, and I hope to see you next time.